Oh, you're gonna drink it yourself? Be careful. That's not for you. Stop. All right, so thanks, Em. Welcome back to Less Cash More Mash. My name's Tom.
Oh, he's getting on to you now.
No, I hate him. He's bugging me still.
Mike.
All right, and today we're cracking open a new bottle of Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. So we have to give a huge shout out to my brother's wife, Brenda. Thank you very much for this. We have been on a hunt for this for what seems like generations now. Ever since it came out.
Since we put the last one out.
Well, ever since it came out, and it just is not in any of our stores. And everywhere we go. So
maybe today. I didn't stop anywhere, you know.
No, right, but it hasn't been the whole time we've been looking.
Correct.
So, did we get what she actually paid for it?
No.
No. So, there you go. We don't even know. It's literally hot off the press. And I will tell you, because we have a few in advance. So we're actually going to bump Woodford Reserve. This should come out in the next couple days. Or it's going to come out when you see it. And so if we do refer back to Woodford Reserve, well, you know, it'll come out eventually again. So we're going to try to get this one out there, because this one's one of the newer ones that Jack Daniel's put out. It's 100 proof. It is bottled in bond, so it follows all the bottled in bond rules, where it has to be distilled in the same distillery within the same season, and at least 4 years old. Even though it's a non-age stated, it's got to be at least 4 years old
4 years
to be bottled in bond, anyways.
4 years.
It's a blend of 3 straight whiskeys under the bottled in bond rules. 60% of it is Jack Daniel's Tennessee Rye, 20% of it is Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey, and 20% is Jack Daniel's American Malt, which we have never tried. That's one we'll have to look. I didn't even realize that existed.
They do have.
Oh, that's so much better.
They have a variety pack. But
yeah, I don't know if I've ever paid attention
to. So it's not that though. We don't have that.
No, I don't know if I've ever seen the American Malt. Like I'm just trying to think. Like I may have seen it and just blew it over. I know Woodford Reserve, who's getting bumped again. They have a malted one that I said when I was looking, because they have the regular, they have the wheat, and then they had a malted one, and I was like, oh, I don't know if we did any malted, because when I think of malted, I think of beer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what in my head when you say malt, I think of beer, and but they also do like the malted barleys and a lot of the different ones. So I guess if it's just that one is their dominant, because that's what a rye is. That's their main one is rye instead of.
It's a super fruity.
I do like the Jack Daniel's regular rye. I can tell you that. That has like a. Well, yeah, it is.
This is like a slamming nose, really good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I didn't even mix it yet, and it already hits you. No.
All right.
No, we just did a pancake review, so if I'm referring to pancakes, now you'll know why. I didn't even try it. That is definitely getting a banana. I think I might even getting a cherry in the background. I don't know if that's just me, but I definitely getting a banana.
Excuse me.
Well, let's see.
It's got a good taste.
I went against normally. I don't normally swish for my first drink, and I did. You definitely get that rye pepper on your thing. I wasn't pop rocky, but I definitely get that pepper feeling on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Yep.
Right on the very tip of my tongue, it actually attacked it right there.
Yep.
And I'm actually, for 100 proof, I'm actually getting like the hug.
But a nice little taste too.
No, it had a really good flavor. I didn't take a ton, but I did swish it, so I have to. But I don't even feel like I want to go right back right away.
If it's like a nuttier taste. I didn't get that in the nose.
And I wonder if we're gonna have to find. I wonder what that malt actually influences. Now we've had the regular Tennessee whiskey, and we have the regular Tennessee rye right behind us, which I was a huge fan of. There's only a smidge left. I haven't touched it since the beginning, but I think
the nose in this is actually better than bonded.
Well, it's usually a couple dollars more. So in theory, bonded, I want to say was supposed to be like $29 or something, and then this one was supposed to be like 32.
Text her.
And but we didn't find. I think our bonded was way more than that. And this one, when it was like in, that's all right. It is what it is. If you find it, it's going to be whatever price. Because the only time I've actually seen this, and I didn't see it in person, is one store that's a couple towns over from me. But everything they own is like $20 more than what you should pay, and I just refuse to go to that store. And they supposedly had this, and when it first came out for like $58.
It should be fairly reasonable because this was at Total Wine, so.
Mm-hmm. The people I watched review it that live in, say, Kentucky, were getting it for $29 and $32. I want to say we paid $40 for bonded.
We did pay up.
I think it's somewhere right behind me now, right there, right next to Old Granddad. I want to say it was like 37. Yeah, that's what I thought. But this one that I saw when I saw it at the other guy's store, again, it's supposed to be like 31, and this one was on sale for his for like $60, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm just yes, I see him. He doesn't like them to go by. He doesn't like that.
Must be practicing driving.
Gas station is on the end of that road, so they go that way because it's literally on the end of this road to get there. So they fill up. I don't remember bonded, but I do like this a lot. I think I agree with you though, because I remember we referred to.
We're gonna have to try.
Well, I remember we referred to bonded. We fell back to. Did we try it with the old number 7? And it smashed it. It smashed it.
It did, but I don't remember the nose being as good.
I don't think it is, because now you're just getting. You're not getting a rye in the malt. You're just getting a. I don't understand. He does this or not. He just wants to. He takes my left arm.
I could cooperate and pour more, but it's
That's
funny
all right.
watching you drip.
I just did too on yours. I didn't do it on mine.
No, you didn't.
It has the lip though. I gotta give them credit where credit is due. They do have a nice little lip, and if I would have poured a little more aggressively, we wouldn't have had that problem on that one. But these are the 2 new products, just in case you aren't aware. No. It had a big banana nose, is what I remember of it, of bonded.
But
Not as strong.
no, and this one,
We just
the
poured
triple
this one,
mash might have like a little, like fruit with a little honey. It seems sweeter than the bonded. Yes, very banana-y.
Yeah. I honestly want to think it's the combination of the rye and the malt mixing in, you know what I mean? Because it's a higher percentage of, because even when I had you smell the rye the other day, was big banana forward, but it had a bolder taste.
I'm going to even lean towards, I like this flavor.
Honestly, this almost seems thin compared to this one right now. When I just did that, let me go back to the triple mash.
I don't want to because I want to save that for last.
No, you got it. You can pour some more. I really like that rye influence that it has. It gives you that.
It's got
you get that rye spice.
It's got another flavor too.
You get a different. The rye actually, to me, actually stands out a lot more because you get that, like the cooking spices. You know what I mean? Like it gives you that. It gives you that whole different flavor. And I don't know what the malt actually is tasting like, but you definitely get that. Like when we just drank, what was the one we just did? This rye right here. When we drank this rye and you got that rye forward flavor.
That one hung around for a while.
That's what I'm saying. And that you get that in this though. You getting that rye forward taste that, to me, why I said in the beginning where I'm like, I'm starting to think I really like rye, because it just gives you a whole different flavor.
So side by side, I like them both. But if I was to preference right now, still not knowing how much this is,
and that's a neck board too. This has been open for a little while now. This is
I would lean personally. I would lean towards the triple mash.
In theory, this should be within $5 more of this one. In theory, that's what they were going.
I got a
for.
feeling
MSRP.
I got a feeling it's gonna be cheaper. Only because we probably paid higher there.
When we finally found it, that's why.
I don't know.
Although that was, I don't know.
He was pretty fair.
But again, that's Massachusetts prices.
I took a picture though of
differs.
this in the big store, and wasn't it 47 or something? 42, 47.
In the one it didn't have it. It just had.
It
the
just
sticker.
had a space for it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That was a while ago. It was
But
probably a
again,
month ago.
when it first came out, it was in one of my local stores. In theory, I seen it online, and they wanted $58 for it, and I'm like, I'm not paying that. Like, it's supposed to be 30 something. I'm not paying $50 something for it. Like, I was like, we'll wait. It'll come up somewhere else because it's not supposed to be a limited release. For whatever reason, I've walked into numerous liquor stores, and I've actually had the people going, I haven't even heard of that one. With like weird,
And
what
they
do you mean you
were
haven't
bigger,
heard
and they
of
were
it?
bigger
Like,
stores.
Yeah, no, there's been stores and they're like, it's a what now? I said it's a release that Jack
Because
Daniels
I
came
was
out
even
with.
up north in Tewksbury and Bill Ricker, and they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like people were actually like,
You should
they
be
have
happy
a
you're
what?
still getting Jack Daniels. I'm like,
And that's what they went online like, and they got on a computer and they're like, oh yeah, no, we haven't got any of that yet. We can't get that. And I was like, how did you think a liquor store would be up on new releases? I mean, Jack Daniels hasn't done a new release in a dog's age. You know what I mean? Like,
I believe too, this is a liter.
it is.
That's the other downfall.
It's a 700 milliliter as opposed to a 750 milliliter. If I don't have my glasses,
I thought it just says 1 liter, but
is that what? I don't know how many milliliters are. 1,000 are in a liter. So no, a liter's bigger.
oh yeah,
A liter's
yeah,
bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
I know this one.
You're right. It's
this one is
700
a
it's
700.
700
This is a
milliliter
700
instead of
milliliter
750.
because they made it for
Yeah.
Europe
They
does
didn't
the
wanna
7,
do
and they didn't want
separate
to do
bottling.
multiple bottles. They just kept it at that. So you do pay a slight premium, but it is 100 proof
I think it's the same.
design.
Basically, it's the same bottle. Basically,
It does look pretty similar. This one almost looks like a little taller, like just a smidge, but it does look almost identical with. This one does look smaller, like that. The writing looks smaller. I don't know. Overall, I think they're both two good products. You know what I mean? Like definitely. I mean, you're getting 100 proof.
Right.
If you're a Jack Daniels fan, I mean, could you get Evan Williams bottled in bond for $15.99? Sure could. You know what I mean? But some people hate Evan Williams.
But so even with that, I mean, personally, I think regular JD is what 25.
Mm-hmm.
I would spend the extra money.
Correct. In theory, this is supposed to be $29.99 MSRP. That's what it's supposed to be. And this one, I want to say, was like $31.99 MSRP. If you actually paid MSRP.
Add the Massachusetts tax.
And the shipping fee and all the other things that come along with living in this great state of Massachusetts.
We could check with our president. He's probably helping us out too.
Whenever he gets up from the bike, he just fell on him. He rode the mountain bike and he was like,
Oh, yeah.
But no, we're not laughing at that. That's terrible.
I'm laughing at it because I know the rest of the world is laughing at it.
Yeah.
And how to even puppet get in there.
There was some funny things on TikTok that I watched the other day. It's like, dude, did you just really? It was actually pretty
Forget to
funny,
put your
but-
foot down.
Yeah. He's like 1,000 years old though, so what are you gonna do? Overall, I agree with you. I think I like this one better. If I was gonna
nose
buy
and
either
taste.
one again, I would buy that. And again, we did not buy old number 7 because I would buy this instead because I think this carries a lot more flavor, taste, and
And we have
everything
General
about it.
Jack.
Right. All I'm saying is with that, I do like this one, but now that I've had this one, this would be more of my
It's
go-to.
taste wise
Yep.
and nose
I
wise.
do like that
Beats it.
hammer of
It-
rye that's
yeah.
in there too. And I am now piqued my interest besides now that I did a little research and I realized they have a malt one. When I do get the Woodford malt, I'm going to look for the Jack Daniels malt to see if we
I
can.
wonder what the label looks like. I mean, do we just go buy it? Because they do have like an orange label that I don't.
And it might be that. I don't know. Again, I don't usually, because Jack Daniels has a pretty extensive selection in
They
all
do.
of that, because they have all the flavors
And if you
and
go
stuff.
back in the beginning, it was never one of my favorites. So
No,
I
but-
kind of skimmed by. Other than I was on a mission to find both of these because they were new, and This one popped out everywhere, and this one now just secretly came out.
But when you find like their collection, they have a lot of the honey and orange and this.
Yeah.
So I usually do a flyby on JD anyways because of the fact that we're not usually looking for that. But now it kind of piqued my interest. I didn't realize they said they've been making it for quite a few years now too. So I'm gonna have to try it just because. When you do the Texas malted whiskey, it gives you that Scotch. I just turned Scotch. What the heck was that? Wow. You go to Mexico, you start drinking the freaking rum down there, you start speaking Spanish, all of a sudden I just broke into a Scottish accent for some reason.
Scottish people would not be impressed.
Probably not. It was probably the worst Scottish accent you ever heard, but it did say Scotch for some reason. Well, anyways.
She's in love.
Well, in theory, we are supposed to be Scottish, so I can make a fake accent. I don't know.
We've been everything.
We're still not even sure what our last name is anymore, but what is it, 23 and me or whatever, just turned us into a whole different creature. So we're not even sure what we are anymore. But oh well, that's right.
There's a little gap in relatives from.
Oh boy, hey, it's not our fault.
It
was Auntie Grandma that threw it all over the edge right there.
My grandfather had a little twist too.
Because of Auntie Grandma. So, anyways. There's a little dip into the family history. So that being said, I do highly recommend giving this a try.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you do like the rye influence, because it does have the nice.
I
don't want to say bourbon
flavor.
Taste because it's the Tennessee whiskey because it's Jack Daniels, but it does give you.
That's gonna kick our ass.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely because this is a Tennessee whiskey, and it's certainly not going to taste like that. No, I don't think either one of us are going to get either one of these. What are we even? This is considered triple mash, so I don't even know what we would consider this one. We'll have to figure that out because we put them in the mix. I don't even know. So this isn't the review. This is, if you do see it, I think it's out of the two new releases.
I'm gonna say they're gonna want to call this a whiskey.
I agree. But 60% of it's a rye, so it almost should be considered a rye. Does it say? It say we'll iron that out for our thing. We'll just decide between you and
right now. Life's sucking pond water for me.
But all right, well, stay tuned for that. That might be coming up next. So thank you very much for watching. I definitely recommend trying to get this.
We may have
what she actually paid.
Yeah, it was not from Total Wine.
Okay,
and she paid $45.
All right, so that was actually not. It was more, but not half as much as the other store wanted. So, in theory, I think this is $32. But again, we haven't found it. We haven't found it anywhere. So, there it is. But all right.
Sorry for that. I just want to see where she got it.
Nope, that's fine.
It had to be somewhere near us.
All right, we'll write 45 on it so we have a clue what we paid. So actually, we paid the same for that one too.
I forget.
Yeah, well, you just said it. Yeah, no, you just said it was 37, so it was a little bit more.
Was,
so it is a little $5 more.
Yeah.
That's about what it's supposed to be, anyways. So the math is a little off, but that's usually the case in Massachusetts, anyways. He's just driving by. Relax.
We just have. Never mind. We won't get into politics.
Yeah. Oh no. No. Right. So there you go. That being said, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. That little button. Hit them. Hit the bell right next to it. It'll notify you that we upload every day at 12:01 p.m. So there you go.
Great news.
It is actually.
I would almost. I would think I would get this again myself.
It is. You know what the other flavor is to me? Chocolate. I get a banana chocolate, like a chocolate covered banana. Do you know if that's what it? Actually, now that I just brought it back up to my nose, it's almost like a dark chocolate. It's almost like a.
I don't know. I'm gonna get.
No, listen. That's what it smells like. Because we used to get the chocolate covered bananas, and you take them out of the freezer, and Tammy used to buy them all the time. And that's what it reminds me of.
It's very good.
Like a chocolate covered banana. But overall, I agree. I like this one better than the bonded. I think it carries more flavor, taste, and who doesn't like a chocolate covered banana? I'm definitely getting chocolate. That's what that is.
Yeah, it is.
So, all right. Well, there you go. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below, and
it's tasty.
It is tasty. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
That is a very good.
I actually taste now.
I
wonder what that malt's gonna taste. I wonder if that's what's bringing that.
I don't know.
I need.